Hey everyone, you're here with PerfectGardens.com. Today, before we get started on troubleshooting some heat issues in the grow room, I would really like to tell you about our values and what they mean to us, so that you hold us to, at least to these standards, and you know how we make decisions. Honesty. Be truthful with our customers, each other, and ourselves, even if we are at fault. Teamwork. There is no you, me, they, or I. There is only us working together as a team. Respect. Give the respect you wish to receive. Loyalty. Always remain dedicated and trustworthy to our customers and company. About us, our mission statement. We help you grow. So our values is what governs our decision making. And before we decide to do something, we always make sure it's in line with our values. If it's not in line with our values, we just don't do it. Our mission, this is what we do on a daily basis to get to where we want to go. And how we do what we do is we help you grow. Our experience, obviously we have been running a brick and mortar location for 5+ years, and this last year we have transitioned to also integrating ourselves online. And so what we've done, we have 5+ years in the field grow coaching. Our team has enjoyed the opportunity to participate in creating perfect growing environments with outdoor greenhouse, hoop house, and indoor, one light all the way up to 400+ lights. The speaker today is Mark Boutwell II. Hello everyone. I am a grow coach here at PerfectGardens.com. As you look in the background of that picture, that is one of those growing environments we've helped create on an outdoor growing situation. This is one of our greenhouses we've been able to design over the years that allows the growers to grow year-round. Here is one of those indoor setups, a little construction picture, and then you can see the end results. And also I put through up an electricity picture. Very few people in this industry can do the electricity that's capable of doing jobs like this and being scalable. We just don't do one light. We're capable of doing any size room. And the thing that I really want to point out is looking at the professionalism of that electricity. Every wire has enough to use it later on the road. Everything is zip tied together, and any electrician, even if we set it up, any electrician can go back and follow our work and feel very comfortable. So before I walk you through the grow room, I wanted to show you how currently the grow room looks right now with our current client. He contacted us because he wants to help reduce his electricity bill by reducing the amount of electricity from the AC. And what we're here to do is to help troubleshoot problems prior to putting anything into action, and then give you things to consider. So let's go ahead and show you what this grow room currently looks like. This is the bedroom. It's purposely designed so that there's no lens. We've always found that plants just in the bedroom always seem to grow a little bit better. The flowering room is a completely controlled environment. Glass. There's complete odor control, and then as you can see the electricity. It's well cleaned. Also, if you ever check out our Perfect Gardens TV, tons of other YouTube videos right here. Looking at his room now, what ends up happening is right now the air flows through in this direction through the lights right over here. It comes through the bedroom, and then it goes outside. What this client wants to do is he wants to reduce his electricity bill. So what he wants to do is he wants to disconnect this, and he wants to take air from the outside through the fan, through the charcoal air filter to help control bug issues, and dump cool air directly in. The next thing he wants to do is put another charcoal air filter in the bedroom, pulling the heat out from the bedroom, and pull that heat, take it through, and then through the lights, and then back outside. There is a number of things to consider, and this is what you pay for when you hire us to help troubleshoot these issues. But prior to doing this, before going through these considerations, I wanted to explain that as we build rooms, the rooms we build are very scalable. It actually, our client actually has the ability to try this idea out, only put 4 or 5 hours of sweat equity into his room, try it out, see what happens over a day or two, and if it doesn't work, he can quickly change it back without it costing a large amount of money. So if, worst case scenario, if he tries this idea out, it's only going to cost him a couple days. Things to consider prior to him going into this room, though, and some of the things we talked with him on, and we'll now share with you, is first thing: do you have the metrics from your previous yield to compare the difference? At the end of the day, if you do not have if you have never finished a grow in your room, then you don't actually know if by making a change, if that change is actually going to increase your yield or decrease your yield, or it's going to be more productive for your situation or less productive. So it's really important to understand that that you always want to make very small changes in your grow room, not large changes. And because at the end of the day, if you have never seen the end results on how you've currently built your room, and you make a large change in the middle of your growing situation, then what you kind of restart, and you don't really have you put a certain amount of time and money and investment into starting down a path, and if you don't finish that and you change something, then you really don't get the opportunity to get a solid starting basis until you start your next crop and then finish that next crop. Long-term wise, I've always found it to be best that when you start, you finish it 100%, and then you have zero expectations in your first growing situation. If you have many grows with that room and you make a change and you have the ability to measure that change, well, and to know if it's more productive or less productive in your situation, then I would always recommend to always look for improvements. So the next question is, why do you want to make this change? It's really important to know why you want to make this change, and remember that. And then after you remember that, it's important that when you make a goal, after you start it, you finish it 100% to the best of your ability. I've found grow coaching over the years that a lot of growers, what they'll do is they'll have a great idea, and it'll actually be the idea that solves the major problem. But what happens is they don't properly manage their time, and and because they don't have the experience in solving that problem previously and don't really know how much time it'll actually take, they start it. Start solving the problem, and they actually only get about halfway finished before their time needs to go somewhere else, maybe with the family, maybe to their other job, and then they never really get back to finishing the problem 100%. So they never truly feel the full benefit of what a completed, solved problem actually looks like. So again, when you remember why you're doing this, set a goal and then finish it 100% to the best of your ability before moving on. Other things to consider: how are you looking at this situation? Do you have the first-hand experience to know if this change will cost you money, save you money, or make you more money? Which goes back to your metrics. We grow coaching here at perfectgardens.com. We help you set up all this stuff. We help you build a business at the end of the day, or we help you take this hobby of yours and make it to the best of your ability. With this change, he wants to save money in the AC. At the end of the day, though, in the design, he's actually going to be potentially increasing the workload of those can fans. And can fans, those are German-made fans, and whether they are energy efficient, they do use electricity and they are a motor, and they do use power. At times, even more power than AC. So you have to take into consideration what machine is actually going to be pulling more power and how often is it going to be starting on and turning on and turning off, because there is a difference between watts and amps and energy pool, and sometimes when you pool large amounts of energy on the line, it might cost you more money getting things started. Like for example, there's examples with electricity in your light. It's actually cheaper just at times to keep your bulbs on in your house than it is to turn off your lights and then turn them back on. And there's a number of situations when you actually know your numbers, whether depending upon the bulbs you're using, of course, whether they're fluorescent or high intensity discharge lights, that statement is actually true. So you want to know your metrics so that that you're making the most productive decision for your growing situation. Next, if you fix this one problem, will it create more solutions, or will it create more problems? At the end of the day, I honestly don't know if it will. But our job here at perfectgardens.com is to is when you are looking at the trees, we're going to pull you away so you can see the forest. And that is such a valuable part of a growing situation, especially when you're all by yourself. Here at perfectgardens.com, go to Perfect Gardens, click on the grow help, and pay what it costs to get someone with experience to bounce some ideas off of. My father always says, you pay for every education in life, and you have you have an opportunity here to learn a lesson in a different way. I've always in my life I've realized in my life that there's two ways to really learn a lesson. You can either pick up a hammer and smash your own hand with the hammer, or you can just watch someone else pick up a hammer and you see them smash their hand, and then realize that you just don't want to hit your hand with a hammer, and you're going to be more careful. The difference between most people without experience, though, is that even if they know that that's a bad situation, that they don't want to hit their hand, they don't truly value that lesson in life, that's just the big difference. So you always, even if you get a quick answer to a problem, don't lose the value of who's helping to provide solutions to your problems, because they themselves, you have to remember, those solutions potentially came from them hitting their hand, and they have a great appreciation for those lessons they're helping to help shorten down your learning curve. So have great grow, guys. I hope this was helpful, and I highly recommend coming to do I look forward to being able to help you guys grow and shorten down your learning curve and saving you guys money and helping you make more money. Thanks so much, and have a great day.